everybody, it's Tricea, Niki.
Hey.
We're back for another episode of Design Talk, and today we have a poignant conversation to have about thrifting. You guys know we both like to thrift.
Yes.
So today we're going to do the top 5 things to get at thrift stores and the top 3 things to avoid when it comes to interior design.
Leave them. Alright, so number one thing I like to get are vintage books. They don't even have to be vintage. A lot of times people buy books, they don't read them again, they give them away. People like to have their Kindles now, or Nooks. So I like flipping pages, actually smelling that old book paper smell. So I like to get books from
They're really good for design. Take the covers off. They often come in really pretty colors, something that's really pretty blue or green or red.
Yep.
Nikki has an orange Bible.
I do.
And it looks so beautiful in her home, so it's a good way. You can stack them. She often puts her lamps on top of them. I have some in my living room on top of the bookshelf, so it's a nice way to display cool books, and they're cheap.
And they make you look smart.
Yes,
right?
get them with good titles.
Oh yeah.
Good titles. Put it. Oh yeah, I just like to read in my free time. They have no idea you paid a nickel for it and that you haven't opened it since you took it out of the thrift store.
Right. All right. Number 2, lamps. I'm obsessed with lamps. I'm kind of ashamed to say that I have a little stockpile of lamps in my walk-in closet right now. I don't have anywhere to put them, but I keep buying them because they're beautiful. You can get them at thrift stores for less than $10 a lot of times.
Yeah.
And they just don't make them like that anymore. Like the porcelain finish
The
or
glass, the cut crystal types of cool stuff.
I have one that has like a really cool ombre effect on this porcelain bell jar shaped lamp. Beautiful, you can't find that in the store. If you did, it would be extremely
Bazillions
expensive.
of dollars.
So,
You can also turn lamps into do-it-yourself projects. A bottle of spray paint, a new shade, and you can have something that might be a little dusty and make it new. The one thing we want to caution you against is buying it without testing it.
Right.
Most thrift stores have outlets, so take your lamp over the outlet, plug it in, make sure it works. If you know you're going to be shopping for lamps, bring a bulb and twist the bulb and plug it in, make sure that it works. So.
And you can ask for one too when you're at the thrift store. Alright, number 3, chairs.
Chairs.
Love buying chairs at thrift stores.
Such a good buy.
Yes. Make sure you check the underpinning of the chair. Make sure the upholstery is at least going to stay long enough for you to do whatever you want to do to it. Whether it's recover it or paint it. If you can, look at the wood, how it's put together.
Absolutely.
Make sure that it's not going to jiggle and fall apart. Sit on it, obviously, see how it feels. But chairs are such a good investment because you can always use extra seating in your home. I bought a wingback chair for like $15 and it became the mascot of my company. I'll flash the picture up, but it's this orange
a
wingback.
beautiful chair.
Yeah.
And I have, oh my gosh, altogether 4 chairs in my house that are thrifted that I've redone. I sanded them, I painted them, I recovered the seats. As long as they have good bones, you can do anything. 2 of them are black, the other 2 have silver. I bought new slip covers for them. They look exceptional, and I promise I didn't spend more than $15 for any chair. Never.
Yeah.
Seating.
Alright, number 4, picture frames. When you go to Michael's or
Aaron Brothers,
any framing store, they are selling you the same thing that you can get at a thrift store for $1 or sometimes less. A lot of thrift stores will do like half-off days.
Yes.
And they'll mark down the things that have been there for a month or maybe the color of the day, and that's the perfect time to get frames for whatever you need
because
frames for.
frames are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're doing a gallery wall, which are really popular now, you could spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars just buying picture frames. Like Nikki said, thrift stores, $1. I've gotten frames for 50 cents. Can of spray paint, boom. Another thing is a lot of the things that you buy at the thrift store are old things that somebody's grandma had hanging in their house 30 years ago, but the matting is beautiful. The image might be disgusting. You don't want, a landscape in your living room, but cut it out, keep the matting, redo it.
Yep.
I have every frame in my house, honestly. I'm not kidding. It's probably from a thrift store.
Yeah.
Every single one.
We love it.
Yep.
Alright, number 5, dishes and vases, vases, whatever you want to call them. Definitely a great buy at thrift stores. They can be cleaned. They oftentimes have unique features that you won't see in the stores right now. It's not going to be you know, your standard IKEA look. And it's a great buy.
And you can mix and match. I have a whole set of white dishes. People think it's my fancy stuff, but it's just a collection of things I've thrifted. And believe it or not, in my years of thrifting, from being back home in California, being in Atlanta, I found sets that match. Believe it or not, I mix things together, so dishes are a really great buy. And honestly, sometimes pennies on the dollar. Nickel, quarter, a buck. I mean, you get.
And don't
so
overpay
much
for it.
No.
If you look at something and you're like, I don't really want to pay
Put it
that
back.
much, put it back. You'll find something else.
Keep searching.
Yep. All right, so now we're going to talk about the nose.
This is the important part.
What you do not buy
Ever.
at a thrift store, okay? Number one, this is kind of obvious, but we're going to say it anyway.
A panties.
Don't buy underwear.
Don't buy your underwear at the thrift store.
Somebody else's with JJ was such
Touch
a
on that stuff. Put it there, leave it. The thrift stores sell them. They do. Walk away.
Don't do it.
It's gross.
No. Number two, bedding or any soft goods. I'm really hesitant to purchase anything that I can't throw in a washing machine, like soap and wash, because bed bugs exist, fleas, even
ticks, like all types of stuff and fabric.
Yeah.
People's curtains that they donate.
It's a little iffy.
Yes. And
there's always exceptions.
Yeah, there are. Exactly.
But as a general rule, I try to stay away from it.
Okay.
All right. Number three, last and final thing.
This is so important, guys. Listen up.
When you go into a thrift store, do not buy trinkets and tchotchkes.
No, I know you want to. It's hard to avoid them, but don't do it.
No, you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need a porcelain swan.
You don't need a ceramic frog.
You don't need dried floral arrangements.
You don't need a basket with fake flowers stuffed in it. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
Never.
So don't buy it.
You'll become a hoarder, and you'll be on Hoarders, and then we'll be watching you, and you won't be watching us. Don't buy it. I know when you go, you see the grandmas going through and picking up stuff. They don't need it either. Tell them.
No.
Don't buy it. Leave it in the thrift store.
Don't do it. Unless you have a collection, like, I know my dad collects elephants, and he displays them in a way that doesn't seem hoarder-ish. And so he'll pick up an elephant here or there, but as a general, don't do it.
My mom has a collection of little porcelain boxes. She collects boxes, so whenever I see them, you know, I pick them up, or she has gajillions of them, but they're on a beautiful display stand, and it's something she collects. She doesn't have porcelain swans in her house.
No.
Leave them there. You don't need it. So thrifting can be such a cool way, guys, to design your home. It's affordable and it's fun. It's like hunting.
And it's unique.
Yeah, but if you follow these tips, you won't go wrong.
All right.
Thanks,
See you next
guys.
time.
Bye.